Hey guys, it's Mist here again for another video today, and we are back with our Draft to Glory franchise mode. And in this one, we will be here to start the first season after making the playoffs. So this is our first playoff run in the series. We are going to be playing the Florida Panthers, which I am pretty excited for because if I'm not mistaken, I believe they were the best team in the league. No, sorry. I believe they were the best team in the Eastern Conference. So that's kind of scary, and we will go look at their team after. But yeah, so they fell 2 points shy of the San Jose Sharks, who won the President's Trophy. So yeah, like I said, they did quite well this season now. And like I said, we will go check out their team in just a moment, but just a disclaimer quickly, I'm still very sick, so I am sorry about that, but I wanted to get this episode out eventually, like soon enough, because I think you guys want to see this. Obviously, we're in the playoffs, so we will see. Jasper's still listed as a second liner, but now that it's playoffs, if we need to put him on a higher line, we most definitely will if we need offense. So, let me turn my TV down here real quick. Alright, so our top line still is Nemesnikov, Drouin, and Radish. Second line of Palat, Cirelli, and Jaspers. Third line of Panik, Howden, and Joseph. Fourth line of Connolly, Killorn, and Kachuk. Defensively, we've still got Hedman and Merkley, Foote, and D'Angelo. Foote's at +1 right now. He's an 81, so that's good. Then Gudis and Barbario, who's actually a 77. Is there a better defenseman we could have up in the NHL? We could have Slater Quack, which, to be honest, I wouldn't be opposed to. In the AHL, he had 18 points. Last year in the NHL, he had 8 points. As for Barbario, let's go back to the NHL. Let's see, how well did he do this season? I don't think he did that great. He had 8 points in the NHL, which were mainly consisted of goals. Now, offensively, he's just better offensively and defensively. I think Quack may be faster and has a better physical category, though. But, you know what, we'll just stick with Barbario. He was on the team to get us to the playoffs, so we'll keep him there. So, yeah. Oh, I should show you guys the goaltenders as well, because this is the conflict of interest I have seen. Connor Ingram, who is a who is a 78 overall goaltender, and he's going to be playing for us. Now, I feel as though if he can make the crucial, easy saves that any goalie could, really, and he covers any sort of one-timer, because he probably could with his athletic category. He's got 97 agility, 95 speed. One thing I'm worried about is the 83 vision and that stick high at 76. If his stick high was around the 80s that his stick low, and glove high is, then I'd be okay with that, but this should be interesting. He's got very good rebound control, so hopefully that means something. But yeah, 24 years old, going to be the first time, this is his first season in the NHL, right? Yes, it is. So 29 wins from him, to be fair, isn't that bad. So, yeah, 29 wins, and he was a 76 overall goaltender when we started, with a 901 save percentage and a 3.01 GAA. Like I said, that's really not bad. Honestly, for the fact that he had 29 wins, I feel like maybe he could even be a potential candidate for the Calder. It's a possibility, but his stats just aren't that great. But yeah, he's now a 78 overall, leading us into the playoffs. And I think our Syracuse team made the playoffs as well. Yes, they did. So I'll just show you guys their lines real quick. So yeah, this is their team. I'm not really going to go over it. There's the forwards. There is the defenseman. And there are the goaltenders. So yeah, like I said, I'm not really going to go over it, but at least you guys know what they look like. So now it is time to go and check out the Florida Panthers. So hopefully they aren't too great of a team, but they must be, because, you know, second overall team. Actually, I did go off screen. I did go and look at every single team, and I was looking at some teams, and this Anaheim team is ridiculous. You know how they drafted Ian Waite, 3rd overall in 2019? They also drafted Zach Wise in 2020 at 6th overall, so they've got 2 very young prospects. Plus they have Jack Eichel. Plus they have Claude Giroux. Pontus Aberg has grown tremendously. He's up to an 85. Bjorkstrand an 86, and Couture's an 80 or a 90. So their forward core is super good. Now, that's obviously not why we're here. No, I don't want to do that. So let's go and check out Florida, guys, and we will see. Oh, yes. Now I remember. I did forget who was on it, but then I remember this is where Stamkos is. So 4 years left. He could go to free agency when he's 35. Will he, though? I'm not sure. So I'm not excited to play this team. They have such a good top 9. Now, I do remember when I went through the teams, like, I was thinking to myself, this team, the Florida team that we are about to play against, actually has one of the best top 9s in the league. Now, I mean, the wingers on the second line are iffy, but the wingers on the third line are tremendous. So, and just that top line is absolutely disgusting. They have Eli Tolvanen, who's 92 at 21 right now. He came off an 88-point season. He's had 28 or more goals in every single season he's played in the NHL. He's actually just getting better and better as he's getting older. As for Stamkos, he had 81 points this season, and then Brock Besser, 75 points. More of a playmaker for this line. So that top line can all score like 40 goals if they really wanted to, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, if I would this team, I'd put Besser or Tolvanen on the second line to give Barzal someone to pass the puck to. But anyways, whatever. There's nothing I can do about it. Oh, Stephen Party. Forgot to show you guys that. The franchise player that got drafted first overall last season was Stephen Party, who went to Florida. How this team is bad, was bad enough to get that pick, I do not know. But just look at their top 3 centers. 96 overall, 90 overall, 87 overall. So back to the second line, Vitaly Abramov, Matthew Barzal, and Tom Wilson. Third line of Derek Brassard, Stephen Party, and Chris Kreider. Matthias Janmark, Casey Cizikas, and Jason Pominville make up the fourth line. Defensively, Jacob Chychrun with Josh Morrissey, who didn't really grow all that well. Alec Martinez, who's already starting to decline, with Andreas Borgman, who's up to an 84 overall. Very interesting. How good did he do? He had 31 points last season. That's really not bad for 84 overall. Then Jordan Subban with Jason Demers on that bottom pair. And the goaltender is Thatcher Demko, who's an 87 overall, not as good as he normally does get. And then Scott Darling. So I'm assuming how they got that pick was Demko wasn't their starting goaltender yet, and Darling was, I would assume, maybe. Well, yeah, that would make sense, because 2018, 2019, no, it was last season, though. I don't know. Oh, just Thatcher Demko just did awful last season. Well, oh, man, I'm sorry. I'm so sick, guys, but I wanted to get this video out for you guys. So I guess it is time to start the playoffs. Now, how good will our team do? I'm really worried about Connor Ingram. Obviously, will we be able to make it past almost the President's Trophy winners in Florida? We will soon find out. So, let's get ready for game number 1. Here we go, I guess. First period of game number 1. First time in the playoffs in this series for the Draft to Glory team. Let's see. First period, we're down 1-0. Eli Tolvanen scores on Connor Ingram. Alright, so 1-0 isn't too bad. It could have been a lot worse, especially with that top line being able to score and Connor Ingram not being the greatest goaltender. So not too bad. He had 8 saves throughout the first 9 saves of the playoffs, or throughout the first 9 shots of the playoffs. So that's not too bad. We have 13 shots. We'll see if we can get some offense in the second period. So, second period now. We did get a goal. Brett Connolly with the goal, but then Derek Brassard regained the Florida Panthers the lead, and they outshot us pretty heavily that period. They outshot us 12-6. So, yeah, they doubled our shots that period. So, 2-1 as we head into the third period of game number 1. Can we come back? Can we win game 1 of this series in the playoffs? Let's find out now. We will slow sim the third, of course. If you guys are new to the channel and you don't know how I do this, I quick sim the first 2 periods, and I slow sim the third at ×8 speed. More than likely, we had a power play opportunity, but we were unable to score on that power play. Now coming down to the final 5 minutes with another power play, and Anthony Cirelli on the power play ties the game late. Alright, so there's a chance we are heading to overtime, and we're out shooting this team. So, guys, I'm telling you, if we had a better goaltender than Connor Ingram, like even like 3 to 5 overall higher, I think this team could be a President's Trophy winning team every year. Or not winning, but contending, that's for sure. So, game number 1 of the playoffs, there one more shot, and we could take the first lead of the series, and the series lead, obviously, against Florida. So, let's slow sim overtime. We're out shooting them 33-31. Will it end early? Yes, it will, and it will be for Tampa. Our sophomore, I think is how that works. Ryan Merkley is sophomore after rookie. I believe so. So, Connor Ingram, what a beast with a 30-save performance from him. Damn, if he has a good playoff run, 100% he could get a growth in overall. So, that would be interesting. Syracuse also took game number 1 of their series. So, nice. Andre Palat leading our team in points after game 1 with 2 assists. And nice. I'm liking what we saw from that first game. We were able to come back and tie the game late and force overtime to give us the win in overtime. So now I forgot to mention, obviously we are in Florida right now, but let's head on into game 2. Now I don't know how I'm going to do the playoffs for this series. Whether we do like every round in one episode, I don't really want to do that because it's just not like not how I like to do it. I don't really like rushing through the playoffs. I feel like going slow through each round is better, but you guys let me know if you guys want me to just zoom through the entire playoffs. I can, but it will be a longer episode, so we will see. So first period of game number 2, obviously again in Florida, we got the first shot on net. Does that mean anything? We will see. First period, no goals allowed in the first, and again, out shooting them after the first 20 minutes of play, this time 15-10, which is really good. That's a lot of shots from us, but Thatcher Demko keeping them in it, Connor Ingram keeping us in it. No goals allowed in the first 20 minutes of play. So, period number 2, again, no goals allowed in period number 2, and we outshot them once again, 26-19 are the shots right now, as we head to the third period tied at 0-0. So this series has been this series has been pretty damn close so far. Let's slow sim the third, and we'll see who gets on the board first. Power play for Florida. We have to make sure our penalty killers are on top of it, and Vladislav Nemesnikov on the power play once again gives us the lead, but a few minutes later, just 2.5-ish minutes later, Chris Kreider ties the game for Florida. They now have a power play. They were unable to convert on the power play, and Richard Panik with a point shot gives us the 2-1 lead with a few minutes left in the third. And the Tampa Bay Lightning have taken a 2-0 series lead, winning both games in Florida. Connor Ingram's a freaking beast, man. 970 save percentage. Holy frick. Oh my god. 2-0 series lead. Okay, Syracuse also has a 2-0 series lead. Oh my, Ryan Merkley with an assist that game as well, so he's now tied for the team lead in points at 2 in 2 games, so that's not bad. I want to go and see Connor Ingram's stats. So the first 2 games in Florida with a 954 save percentage. He's made 63 saves, only let in 3 goals in 2 games. That's really good. A 146 GAA, also very good. Also, you can see some of his stats. Actually, I don't think any of his stats have gone up, but there are arrows on some stats, which means they are going up, which is very helpful, of course. But like I said, if he has a great playoff run this season, and he finishes off with good stats, that is a potential overall boost that could really help us out in many ways. So we will now sim game number 3, this time in Tampa Bay, and I'm excited, guys. I am excited. With a 2-0 series lead, what will that mean for Florida? What will that mean for us? We could take a 3-0 series lead. All right, guys, let's go. First period of game 3 in Tampa. Not great. Okay, so Josh Morrissey opens up the scoring at very early on, and then Matthew Barzal with a couple minutes later gets a goal, but just 34 seconds after Barzal's goal, Panik gave us a goal and cut the lead in half. So being down by 1 instead of being down by 2 is much better after 1 period. So the first period wasn't bad, wasn't great. It's definitely better for Florida. Although we did outshoot them once again for the 3rd time in a row. We've outshot them in the first period. 12-8 were the shots. So, second period now. Can we even up the game? We cannot, and Steven Stamkos gets his first against the team that drafted him. Connor Ingram let in 3 goals so far against 20 shots, which is not great by any means, but we still have 20 minutes of play to get back into this game. Can we? Most definitely. Will we? We'll see. So, again, we're outshooting them 22-20. So, another period where we are outshooting them, and I guess let's go. We'll slow sim the 3rd period. Power play for Florida. If they get one now, that will definitely be the insurance marker. We have a power play now, and Taylor Radish on the power play gets us a goal, and we are now only trailing by 1, and we still have half the 3rd period to go. Come on, 5 minutes left. Please, boys, get on the board, tie the game. And Taylor Radish, with the 2nd of the period, ties the game, and it is 3-3, and we have forced an overtime period. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. So many shots that period, too. I believe there were like 22 shots that period. We are now tied at 34 apiece in shots. Tied 3-3 as we head to overtime. Connor Ingram, this is your moment. Keep the puck out of the net for overtime. Come on, Tampa. Let's see what's going on. Overtime period. Will it end early like the overtime period did in game number 1? I believe it was game number 1. Not looking like it will end early. We spent the first 8 minutes getting shots where Florida did not get one. Now coming to the end of the first overtime period, but Florida with the game winner, and Steven Stamkos with the 2nd goal of the night gives Florida some life, and they now have they cut the deficit from 2-1 in the series. We outshot them 50-40. So to be fair, 36 saves is not bad. Taylor Radish, though, 2 goals and 5 hits. What a beast he was in that game. Surprised Stamkos wasn't the first star. I would have totally given Stamkos the first star there. And Syracuse have swept. I believe that is also the first time they've made the playoffs, and they've swept. So, not too bad. Ryan Merkley still leading the team in points with 3. He got another assist that game, so not too bad, not too bad. All right, guys, let's go for game number 4 now. Yeah, we've been 18.5 minutes, and we're only starting game 4 now. So this is why I don't like doing multiple playoff rounds in one episode. It's so much easier for me to go through one, even though it takes a while. That's the way I like to do it. So, game number 4 now. Again, in Tampa, we could take a 3-1 series lead, or Florida could tie the series to make it 2-2. Don't let that happen, Tampa. I know you guys can beat them, and I know we can score. First period of game 4, down 1-0. Jason Pominville with, I believe, to be his first goal of the playoffs, and for the 4th straight game, we have outshot them in the first period, 14-8. But Thatcher Demko keeping them in at 14 saves in 20 minutes. That's pretty damn good. Not a single goal is gotten by Demko as of right now. Okay, second period now. And 2 goals for Florida, Brassard and Tolvanen. All right, it's not looking good for Tampa right now, guys. So I'm kind of worried. We had those first 2 games where they were good. Obviously, they were good. But now the last 2 games, not looking as good. So in the last game, we were able to erase the 3-1 deficit. I highly doubt we'll be able to erase the 3-0 deficit in game 4. 20 minutes to go, though. Anything could happen. Shots are 21-20 in favor of us. Let's go. We'll slow sim the period. Okay, a power play early for Florida. And our penalty killers are on top of it. Nice. Now, we need to get a goal now if we want a chance in this period, but it's not looking likely, guys. We may get shut out. Never mind. Richard Panik cuts the lead by 2. Still a couple of minutes left, but it's not looking good for Tampa. Yeah, it is too late, unfortunately. We outshot them again, though, 33-29. I think every game we've outshot them, but Thatcher Demko was just on top of it that game with a .969 save percentage. Nice. But unfortunately, home ice has meant absolutely nothing so far in this series, which is kind of ridiculous, to be fair, but it happens. It definitely happens. So we won the first 2 games in Florida, then they won the next 2 games in Tampa. Oh, man. Time for game number 5, this time in Florida. Actually, let's go back to see. No, I hate this game. No, this game sucks. Oh, this game sucks. This game sucks. Sometimes when you click A on a game to simulate it and then you don't simulate it and you back out, I shouldn't even say sometimes, this just always happens to me. The screen freezes or the game freezes and you just have to reset your game. Now, did we lose all progress in that? Did we lose all progress in that? I'm going to keep recording for right now because I don't know if we have lost all progress. If we have lost all progress, I'm going to be upset, and I think we're just going to redo the playoffs. Unreal game. Oh my god, I'm so sick. I'm so sick. Not what I needed, game. Not what I needed. Okay, franchise mode. Load up prior franchise mode. Is Tampa there? April 18th. That sounds right. Okay. Yeah? That's 6 days ahead. I think we may be good, guys. Let's see, though. I think we may be good. It did say that it was saved at 11:59 and it's 12:01. Okay. We're good. Don't even worry about it, guys. We are good. Richard Panik has 3 goals. So, alright. We didn't lose any progress. I'm glad I didn't stop the recording. Now we'll simulate up to Game 5. Yeah, let's edit the scouting assignment once again. Yeah, back to Russia. So, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. I was going to sim into it, but then I decided not to because I wanted to see who was leading the team in points, which is Richard Panik, still tied with Ryan Merkley at 3. Maybe someone else is tied as well. But, like I was trying to say at least, home ice has meant absolutely nothing so far in this series. Will that continue in game number 5? If so, that means we could take a 3-2 series lead. Sorry about that. Another interruption in this episode. We just might as well get interrupted the entire episode, right? No. First period of Game 5. And we're on the board first. Ryan Merkley with his second. No, I was going to say, I thought that was his first, but no, that is his second goal of the playoffs. Nice. We, for the first time in this series, we tied them in shots after the first period, 11-11. Alright, so not a bad period from us. Connor Ingram keeping us in it for sure. Now, next 20 minutes of play, let's see, second period, we're now down 2-1. Jacob Chychrun and Matthias Janmark with the goals. Okay, so 2 far goals that Ingram let in there. That's kind of unfortunate. We're also now getting outshot 24-21 as well. So that's not great. 2-1 lead for Florida as we head into the third. We still got time, guys. We still got time. Let's see. Third period now. Can we get back into this? Come on, we just need one goal. One goal. We have a power play opportunity. It's a long power play opportunity, and Matthew Joseph with his first playoff goal. And no, a power play from Florida, and Eli Tolvanen gives them the lead right back. And I believe it was Stephen Party gets the next goal, and Florida has now taken a 3-2 series lead, winning 3 straight games. We got outshot 40-30 in that one. That top line, it is quite something to defend against, let me tell you. And to be fair, I haven't seen much out of our first line. I've seen 1 goal from Vlad and then 2 goals from Radish. I haven't seen anything from Drouin yet, which I'm very scared about. Has he just not done anything? So let's see right now. 2 points for Nemesnikov, he's a -1. 1 point for Drouin, it's not even a goal. That is not good. That is not good at all. Second line, Jasper, Sorelli, and Palat, they're also not doing good. I'm really tempted to change up Drouin and Sorelli. Just try Sorelli on the top line with Nemesnikov and Nemesnikov and Radish. Then Jasper's, Drouin, and Palat on the second line. As for our third line, Richard Panik has 3 goals. Howden has 2. Actually, that third line is doing wicked. Holy shit, Richard Panik has a 42.9% shooting percentage. Did I say percent? I meant to say percent. Buddy, shoot the puck more, please. Please shoot the puck more in this series. Oh man, 14.3% shooting percentage for Matthew Joseph is pretty damn good as well. Shoot more. As for our fourth line, they are all minuses and they all have 1 point. So fourth line's not doing great either. Hedman is a -4 and doesn't have a single point? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, I want to try something else then. Let's make our top pair more defensive in Hedman and Foote, and we'll have a more offensive second pair in D'Angelo and Merkley. We'll see if that's better. Unreal. Both of that top pair is just extremely minus players right now. That is crazy. Connor Ingram, his stats are definitely going back down to earth, unfortunately, but I am still going to roll with Connor Ingram for game number 6. Now, the thing about this is game number 6, we are in Tampa. Sorry, I was going to say we were in Florida, but no, we are in Tampa, and we need to feed off the energy of the fans in this one to force a game 7, or we will be eliminated after losing 4 straight games, which is not good. Not good at all. So, let's go. First period of game number 6. Let's go, Tampa. Okay. Well, Drouin got on the score sheet, guys. So maybe that line. Okay. Maybe that line. Those little line changes I made actually helped. Palat scored, which is on the new line with Drouin. And Drouin scored, which is on the new line with Palat, obviously. Nemesnikov scored, and Radish scored, which is on the new line with Sorelli. Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. Connor Ingram's let in 3 goals on 5 shots. Holy shit. Oh, no. Well, their second line's doing good, too, in Barzal and Abramov. Just an absolutely unreal amount of goals in the first 20 minutes of play. 19 shots, and there's a combined 7 goals. Nice. So, we're leading in shots, we're leading in goals after 20 minutes. Can we continue? We actually have scored 3 straight goals as well, which I completely forgot to mention. But yeah, can we continue this second period offense, into the second period, I should say. Let's go. Second period, and a tying goal by Tom Wilson, the only goal of the period. Connor Ingram is still in net, which is surprising. 4 goals on 13 shots. 3 on 5. I would have pulled the goalie. I don't care. Just put Hellenius in. So we are tied 4 apiece. As we head to the third, we are still out shooting them 24-13. Let's go, guys. Let's get on the board here early in the third. Power play for Florida, which is not good. Good job, the penalty killers and Ingram keeping us in it, but Stephen Party with, I think, his second goal of the playoffs. We had a power play opportunity. We need to score now. 2 back-to-back power play opportunities. We were unable to score on either of them, and we are now trailing 5-4 with 3 minutes left in this game. So I just called a timeout. This is what this is. We're just calling a timeout. So, guys, we're out shooting them. We're out playing them. The only thing we aren't doing is we aren't outscoring them. We need to get one more shot by Thatcher Demko. Can we do that in the last 3 minutes? We are going to slow down the sim to ×4 speed. And we shall see. 33-22. Come on, guys. 2 minutes remaining. 1 minute remaining. And Stephen Party with his second of the night. Damn it, man. We had a 2-0 series lead and then just lost 4 straight. Oh, man. Unfortunate affair. Ryan Merkley led our team in points with 7, which isn't too bad, to be fair. 7 and 6 is not bad at all. He was a -7, Jesus Christ. Andre Palat, 5 and 6, not too bad. Radish, 3 goals, isn't too bad. Nemestikov, 4 points. Joseph, 4 points. Panik, 3 points. Drouin, 3 points. So he actually had a 2-point game in that game. Jaspers, I think, had 1 or 2 assists in that game as well. Sorelli, he got an assist, I believe. I think he already had that goal. So, not great from the team. Not good enough from Victor Hedman. Only 1 assist in a -5 rating. That is not good from Victor Hedman. I'm not happy about that. And no points from Foot or Gudis, which, to be fair, was expected. But, no, that is not good enough from our blue line. And, yeah, Connor Ingram did as much as he could, guys. I mean, he had a great first 2 games of the series, but after that, we couldn't. Our goaltending wasn't good enough. And do I blame Connor Ingram for that? Partially. I'd say, yeah, we definitely could blame them, but I'd say we weren't a good team defensively, especially not in those last 2 or 3 games. So a .904 save percentage and a 3.04 GAA for Connor Ingram. Like I said, that's not good, but just out of curiosity, let's go see Florida. Thatcher Demko, by far the better goaltender in that series with a .933 save percentage and a 2.38 GAA. Very, very good from him. 6 points for Tolvanen and Samko, so they're both point per game. They each have 3 goals and 3 assists. Stephen Party also with 3 goals. He has 5 points. Broussard as well, and Besser as well with 5 points. And 4 for Chychrun and Kreider, so there's their defensive stud who put up points, but not as good as Merkley. Not as good as Merkley, that's for sure, which I'm happy about. So did everybody get a point on their team? No, they actually had less people with points. Borgman, Demers, and Subban didn't have points, where our team, we only had 2 players who didn't have points. But like I said, I think it was the goaltending and that top line, I guess you could say as well. It wasn't good enough. So we're not going to end the episode now because I do want to go through the playoffs with the AHL team. Now, I'm not going to do it like I do it in the NHL. I'm just going to sim each game. But yeah, let's just get into this right now. So game number, actually, what I like doing off screen, if you guys don't know, which I would assume you guys don't. I like simming the first 4 games just to see how it goes. So we have a 3-1 series lead, but now we'll go 1 game at a time. We lose game number 5, right? Yeah, 5, yeah. No, not the Extraliga. Let's go to Russia again first. So now game number 6. Can we win there? Let's see. We'll simulate the day. We lose there, and is it Binghamton now? I believe it's Binghamton. The Binghamton Devils have forced a Game 7, so I guess we'll go and sim Game 7, because why not? Might as well. We have a 6-3 record. They have a 6-4 record. Who will get win number 7 First period of Game 1, we're up 1-0 with an Adam Ernie goal at a very, 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 very poor angle. Okay, second period now, Mankinen, a goal from Binghamton to tie the game. Third period, and 2 goals. 1 goal by each team, Mustonen and then Stevens. A late goal by Stevens ties the game. We'll slow some overtime, of course, because it's overtime. Will Syracuse move on to the Eastern Conference Finals? They will. Mitchell Stevens with the second goal of the game. Nice. Rodrigue, 925 save percentage in that game. Not too bad. Alright, so there we go. So we have moved on to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Providence Bruins in round number 3. We'll sim the first 4 games. We win Game 1, we lose Game 2, we win Game 3, we win Game 4. So again, a 3-1 series lead heading into the last 3 games of the series. This time, can we move on to the Calder Cup final without Providence pushing a Game 7? Well, they forced a Game 6. Not good, guys. Not good at all. Dell forwards for 2 weeks. So they forced a Game 6. Will they force a Game 7? They will, for fuck's sake, guys. Jesus, is it meant to be? Are we meant to go to the Calder Cup Finals? Let's see, first period, no goals allowed in the first. Second period, no goals allowed in the second. And just since it's a tie game, we'll slow sim it. But, well, no, we're just going to slow sim the third because Game 7, no goals allowed yet in the game. And the winner, maybe potentially the first person to score in this game will push their team to the Calder Cup Finals. Will that be a Syracuse player? Hopefully not a Providence player, and it will be a Providence player. Great. Thorell, don't know who that is, who scored probably on their 17th shot, 16th shot maybe, of the game to give them the lead, or give them the win. Eric Thorell, a Finnish player, I would assume, just because the jersey he's wearing. 941 save percentage from Rodrigue, but he just couldn't get that one more. Dennis Godla was their goalie. Oh man, and unfortunately, the Syracuse Crunch have been eliminated from the Calder Cup playoffs in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Unfortunately, we were unable to get past them to the Calder Cup final, which would have been nice to see in, I believe, to be the first time they've ever made the playoffs. So, yeah, we're almost done simming here as well. We'll get to the draft and I'll end the episode. So, okay, damn, both teams that we played in the playoffs were the teams to win the cup in their league. So we faced Florida in the first round, and they won the Stanley Cup. We faced Providence with Syracuse in the third round, and they won the Calder Cup. That's kind of great. Not really. That's kind of unfortunate for us, obviously, but nothing we can do about it now. Draft lottery results are coming in. Obviously, it's not really going to matter for us anymore. But, I shouldn't say anymore, but this year at least, it's not going to matter as we sim to the draft. Any retired players from our team? I highly doubt it. Although, Alex Killorn, if you want to retire, buddy, so I can get out from under that contract, by all means, please do. Kari Lettinen retiring with 371 wins. Not too bad. Cam Ward also retiring. Craig Anderson, Jimmy Howard, and Curtis McElhaney. As for forwards, keep in mind we are in year number 4, so we are pretty far ahead right now. Chara retires with, he retires with 666 points. Sketchy. Scott Hartnell, not too bad, 731 points throughout his career. He played over 1,300 games. Dustin Brown, I would have stayed around for one more year if I was Dustin Brown. He's still 82. He's still a serviceable player. 16 points shy of 700, 12 assists shy of 400, and 4 goals away from 300 goals, and only 8 games away from 1,300 games. Why not play one more season? Verbata, he actually retired this year in real life. Ryan Suter retires. Ryan Suter, Brent Burns, and Shea Weber retire. So 3 2003 draft picks from or from the 2003 draft, all great defensive players. Now their teams all get out of a awful contract too. Ryan Suter, 7.5 for the next 5 seasons. He would be 41. Brent Burns, 8 for the next 5 seasons. He is 36. He would be 41 as well. No, sorry. Yeah, he'd be 41 as well. And then Shea Weber, 7.8 for the next 6. He would also be 41. He's a 79 overall, though. Alex Steen, Thomas Vanek, Brayden Coburn. I'm just going to go through this if you guys want to see everybody who's retiring there. But yeah. Alright, so those are the retirees. And now, like I said, I'm not going to do the draft in this episode, but I do want to go and see the progress reports. And there you guys saw the awful contract that Kaloran has, the 5.435 or something like that. For the next 3 seasons, he's a 79 overall. That's great. Like I said, though, let's go and check out the progress report. So, Edmund is a 94, playing at a 95. Duran's a 90, playing at a 91. Merkley's a 90, playing at a 90. Jaspers is an 88, playing at an 88. Nemesnikov's an 85, playing at an 87, though, which is nice. D'Angelo's an 84, playing at an 85. Palat, 84, 84. Sorelli, 84, 84. Howden, 83, 84. Foot's an 83. Okay, not too bad. Offensive awareness, 85. Defensive awareness, 85 as well. Okay, so still a potential player to put up points. Taylor Radish, 81, playing at like an 82. Joseph's a 79, playing at an 82. Sure. Panik, an 80 at an 80. Connolly, a 78 at an 80. Lipanov, a 78 at an 80. Ernie, 79 at an 80. Cullimore will be in the NHL next season, which I'm excited to see. His stats aren't that great. I'll have to look at them better, or I'll look at them later, but yeah, anybody that's actually like grown. Connor Ingram's still a 77. Hopefully he can grow some more. Not goalies. I meant to go to the AHL, or in the system, I guess. Gudis. Anybody that has grown. Volkov has grown. Anybody that has grown. Hentonen has grown, which is nice. He's still that low elite prospect that we have. Same for Like, who has also grown, still low elite as well. Rodriguez grown a couple of overall, that's nice. Tutin, really hoping he could be something for us, but I think he's only grown 1 overall since drafting him, which is not good. Gudlevsky's didn't grow. Anybody down here? Stillman grew, 72 overall for him. Pat Stillman, okay. Leonov has grown a little bit as well. So is Ronnie Woolley. Ronnie Thomas is up to a 70 right now as well, so he's 19, so that's good. Welsh. Jared Welsh, yeah, he's grown a couple overall. So did Nick Agostino, and so did Sean Chipchura, another low elite prospect. We have Chris Bodie has grown a little bit as well. All right, so interesting. We could have, damn it, who was it? Our AHL goaltender. Oh my god, I forget. Rodrigue. Yeah, we could have Rodrigue and Ingram in the NHL next year, which means Ronnie Thomas could start in the AHL, which would be nice because then we could give him that ice time that he desperately does need. But that will be it from me, guys, in this episode. Hopefully you did all enjoy. Please let me know if you did in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.